Okay, back with the next video. So, like I leaving off from the last video. So, what I was talking about was me and Invader Zim. We're in our separate apartments. We've been there for like a year. Like I said, in between that time, I barely saw him. I'm working, I'm taking care of my kid. Mind you, he's only picking her up when he needs to, and he's literally doing the bare minimum. I'm talking about whatever below bare minimum is, that's what he doing. So, and like I said, he was working at the airport. Now, what I forgot to mention was in this time, he um he had totaled a car down in Miami. Nobody knew what the hell was going on. Nobody knows how the car got totaled, but the car was totaled, and everybody trying to figure out what's going on. Everybody knew he was lying about how the car got totaled. I'm talking about the windshield gone, smashed up, everything. Like I said, this is like his third car he's totaled. Okay? So he gets another car. And told you, I got my little Ford Focus. I'm cool. I never cared about foreigns and stuff. Like, I never cared about keeping up with the Joneses. Fuck the Joneses. I don't know them niggas anyway. So, had my little Focus. I'm in my own apartment. I'm working. I'm busting my ass. I'm doing what I need to do. Chilling with my friends. I have a peace of mind. But still don't really have a peace of mind because I'm still not getting the support that I really need. So, what I found out was on the days like he would get her like week on, week off, he's literally taking my child to Pompano to sit with his mama. But nobody's telling me this. Nobody's telling me anything. Cool. I didn't find out till later because of God. But anyway, so like I said, I call him and I'm just like, okay, at regularly scheduled program, I get off work, I pick Layla up from school, I got her bag packed and stuff, I let him know I'm on the way. Cool. So I pull up to his house to walk my baby in. Oh my God. When I tell you, like I said, the inside of his apartment, like those apartments where you go in, but it's like inside apartments. So it's not like his door was on the outside. You had to go in the building. You had to get on the elevator or take the stairs, and then the apartments will be inside. Y'all, when I tell you it looked like some shit off Scary Movie, I'm talking about diapers on the floor, piss on the floor. Now, this is my first time since he moved in walking into that apartment. I don't need to come up in there. I don't care who you got up in there. I don't care what you got going on in there. I'm just making sure my child is here and getting here safely. So he would meet me outside majority of the time. But this time I had texted him and he wasn't responding. His car is there. Okay, cool. So, I'm sorry, let me back up. So, like I said, he got a car. After he totaled the last car, he got another car. He got like an Acura, a shitty ass Acura. But he wanted that Acura because he wanted to size me up. Like, you wanted to size me up. That Acura was giving his ass problems. Now, y'all don't get me. Don't get me. So, he started having problems with the Acura. Like, it would cut off. It wouldn't crank up. He'll be stranded somewhere and stuff like that. So there was like 3 times where I had to get up out my goddamn body and come pick him up because one of the times he had Layla. I'm not finna have my child stranded nowhere. So yeah, I'm going to put my shit to the side and I'm going to go get my baby. And I'm going to get y'all back to where y'all need to safety. So his car was giving him problems. So he would work at the airport and sometimes he would get off in the wee hours of the morning or stuff like that. Because I live right by the airport. So I lived in Dania Beach and the Fort Lauderdale airport is right off the exit. So it was like 10 minutes away. So I would be nice and pick him up from work and take him home sometimes. It wasn't often, but Like I said in my earlier videos, I always felt like if both of the parents are not succeeding, how is our child going to succeed? How is our child going to have the best if you ain't got your shit together? And I always felt like if I have my shit together and I could potentially or possibly lend a hand, that's what I'm going to do. So that's what I did. So I would pick him up from the airport and stuff like that, or I would take him home and things like that, or I would drop him off at the airport and whatnot and stuff like that. So if it was like the wee hours of the morning, then he would stay at my house, but he would stay in the living room and me and Layla would be in my room, door closed, door shut, locked, and shit like that. Cause I don't care about you. So back to where I was going to. So that's a little tidbit. He was having car problems, whatever. So it's his week to get Layla. I get to the house. I text him. He's not saying anything. He didn't text me back. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to walk my baby in. Like I said, looked like a horror film. Piss everywhere, dogs barking. It smelled rancid. It was just so disgusting and nasty. But I had to disregard that because at this point, I have been struggling to get peace for 5 years at this time. And I felt like the week on, week off was a chance for me to breathe, a chance for me to get just some solitude. Ladies, once again, if you do not trust that man's judgment, you gotta sit up there and you gotta sacrifice your small time, whatever time that is. You have to sacrifice that and keep your child with you. Keep your child with you. But I'm still thinking she needs a relationship with him. She needs to know him. Like, I need a break too. So that's where my mindset was. Get up in his apartment. Well, knock on the door. He opens the door. So I'm like, why the fuck you ain't answering the phone? And stuff like that. So get up in the apartment. Apartment is disgusting as hell. I'm talking about plates stacked up in the sink. I'm talking about literally food for Layla that is expired, that's just sitting in the kitchen. I'm talking about clothes everywhere, bathroom, tissue everywhere, just disgusting. Drawers everywhere. Just no. Like, hell no. So I go in the living room and, he's, kissing, hugging Layla and stuff like that. And I'm just like, why are you sitting in the dark? Like, it's broad daylight. It's like, 5 o'clock, but it doesn't get dark until around 8. So I'm just like, why are you sitting in the dark? So I go in the fucking bathroom because I had to use the bathroom really bad because I didn't make no stops after I got off work. Go in the bathroom, hit the lights, ain't shit coming on. And I'm just like, what's wrong with your lights? Oh, my light's off. What do you mean your lights is off? And I'm looking, I'm just like, well, Layla needs to eat and stuff like that. And I'm like, where is my baby's food? No food for her. Your lights are off. And on top of that, you're behind on rent. He was literally like 3 months behind on rent. But you got a job though. Where we do that at? You got a job though. How? Sway? And in the meantime, when he got that job and stuff like that, he was just so happy to tell me, can we push me getting Layla back? I'm going out of town. So he had a little thought pocket that he was bopping around Florida with, was in car accidents and shit with. I had no idea because, like I said, I don't give a fuck. I'm over here living my own life. I'm finally away from you motherfuckers. And I am just trying to recalibrate my life because I finally have some stability in my life. But you think I'm finna leave my kid here and your lights is off and you're behind on rent. Now at this point, I'm doing good at work. Like my bills are paid, like I'm getting commission, my checks are nice and stuff like that. So I'm like, I'm doing good. So you know what I did? I said, my child ain't staying here. You don't have shit to give her. You don't have nothing to offer her. What have you been doing? And I've been taking you to work and stuff like that, and you still can't maintain your shit? Cool. So I politely got my child, and we went the fuck home. You figure your shit out. I don't know what to tell you. So let's fast forward back to it's time to renew our lease. So long story short, he gets evicted from Cypress Grove. He gets evicted. I'm over here renewing my lease and stuff like that. So Gert calls me one day and she's just like, hey, do you know if y'all have some apartments that's available over there and stuff like that? And I'm just like, no, why are you asking me? Like, I'm just like, no, I don't know. So she's just like, oh, okay. So I'm going to see if they got some apartments over there because Taiwan needs to move. First of all, why are you telling me that? I don't give a fuck. And second of all, why y'all trying to come over here? The same people that was, talking cold cash shit about my apartment and how his apartment looked better than mine and stuff like that. When I tell y'all that boy moved into a brand new apartment, by the time he moved out that bitch, it looked like Helen from Holiday Heart was living in that hoe. You disgusting. You can't even take care of your own self. Besides the point. So she's like, well, no, we just want to see because he's looking at other areas and stuff like that. Once again, I don't give a fuck. Don't come over here. Don't come over here. Like, once again, invading my fucking space. Y'all, tell me why he gets approved for the apartment and nobody tells me shit until I have to drive down to Pompano because Gert wanted Layla for the weekend. So I get down there, straight up ambush. I get down there, dropping Layla off and stuff like that. I see all his shit in their condo, stacked up against the wall and shit like that. So you know what they did? Like they always do. The cult already got a plan for my ass. But I didn't know.